Melissa. All right, I'm ready to do your soul rebirth journey now. I'm really ready. So I'm going to let everybody in the audience know that you're 15 years old, which makes this really exciting for me. That's pretty neat. Your mom is really awesome for doing this, sharing this gift with you, and I'm so excited to enter your spiritual atmosphere and help you with these different challenges. So we're going to see what we can do about this stuttering issue, and then also sometimes you spin out and even hard to lay down, like a vertigo kind of issue. So we're going to explore that too. And then just balancing out emotions and helping to raise the vibrations. You just feel awesome all the time. And then we'll just explore the skin issues. So I'm just ready to relax and get down to business. Also, we're going to, you have a couple spiritual gifts. So we're going to take with me your grandma, Angela. Every time I see your name, I just think of Angel, because it's just like, it says Angel and then you put an A at the end. So it's like Grandma Angela. And then your brother, Matthew, he passed away when he was 4 months old, which that's hard. So let me balance out here, and then I'm gonna go and get this job done. All right, let me relax here. So, all right, I'm just gonna tell you as I see it, and then also I'm supposed to just tell you as I see it. Don't hold back. That's really cool. So your mom really shares her spiritual side with you, and that's awesome, because I think it really helps people of all ages to sort of develop that sensitivity and that understanding of a world that is beyond this, it's kind of beyond the eyes and the ears and all of that. And so I think you seem like a really grown up young person. And so I'm excited to be able to just share honestly what I see and know that you're ready for it, that you actually want to know what is going on. You want to know what I see, and that you're able to digest that. So I'm just going to relax, and then we'll see. I'm supposed to show you that as I do this journey work, I'm actually going to project my soul into your spiritual atmosphere, and I always use crystals. There's a reason why I'm supposed to tell you this, that you should really explore crystals. So I have a crystal ball here, and I hold it in my hand. So it's actually touching my invisible eyeball on my hand, and there's some really nice energy that I get to experience from this, and then it helps sort of amplify the healing work that I do. And then also, this is something I can never pronounce. Melchizdek disc. This piece also is really special too. You can kind of see, there's a reason I'm supposed to tell you all this, part of your journey. This is made out of like a quartz glass, and then this copper really amplifies the energy, and these are all just different crystal pieces that are really perfectly cut and then put onto this piece. And so it really helps me with energy balancing. You should really go to like a spiritual store and just see what you find. I've got all kinds of crystal piece chunks, like this little guy, and citrine is really cool too. It's just nice to have that kind of little energy medicine. It's just a little ball of energy medicine. You can't eat that, but your body feels it, and your invisible eye on your hand, it does experience it. So there's something about crystals in you that would be really good balance for you. So I'm supposed to tell you that. So let me see. I'm actually, this is quite interesting. So I don't even know how to describe the first picture I'm seeing. What is a girl standing quite straight and not even in motion? She's just standing really tall, almost like, there's a statue behind her, even an Egyptian statue. What is sort of like, it's the one I always see. It's the jackal one. I don't know what his name is, but he's standing behind you, a really big black statue behind you, and you're standing quite straight. I'm telling you, very straight. It's almost odd. It's almost creepy. Nobody should stand that straight. You know what I mean? And then it's like you're holding something, but the clarity just isn't there. I can't understand it. There's something odd about What is that woman? She holds something, and it shows a piece. It's like a bar, and then it has a scaled things like holding it, trying to create a balance, a system balance. It's sort of like you could put money on it to weigh it with whatever else. Some sort of scale piece, but it's an image that's sort of like you would know what I'm talking about. I swear there's like a Metallica album, and it has this Injustice for All or something. I did something like that. I'm trying to remember, but that is what you're standing like, super straight, all statuesque, the jackal guy behind you, and then this balancing piece is somehow a part of you, while somehow you are creating it in your hands or something. I'm sort of standing at a distance here, what would be like 10 feet away, and how it's sort of dark and it's blurry. So let me just see what I can find here. You're quite an interesting, the image is, there's something really interesting about this and the way that it feels, because it's almost like, I don't know how to describe it. I heard the word princess as I was talking. While simultaneously I'm trying to make sense of these Egyptian images. You aren't dressed like an Egyptian. You're dressed like a normal everyday person, but you're wearing actually a black t-shirt, black jeans. Something very black about even your hair, and wearing red lipstick though. But at the same time, you appear to be kind of gothy in this image. I don't even know what you look like, but this is just this is how the vibration translates itself. But at the same time, like you're like Skippy peanut butter, like you're jiffy, like you're ready to go. You're ready to go do something. You actually want to show me something, and you're jumping off of what is a very thin sort of balance beam that you've been standing on with a statue behind you, with this sort of scale piece. And so you're jumping off, and you're gonna show me something, and it's like cool, like you're ready to go. You have energy in this thing. So they're wanting to indicate that something in the scale had reminded me even of a bunch of crystal pieces. And they were of all different colors, but the one I saw primarily was glowing a red color. And it almost looked like what could be, you could have something that is burning, and it had like coal, is black, but you burn coal and it turns like a red color, like an orangey color. There's something about that too. It's almost like an odd combination between beautiful crystals stacked in a pile, weighed, balanced on both sides. Simultaneously, there's something like coal, like a chunk of coal, like this size, burning and creating like a reddish color in between the black, and it's kind of pretty. So that's kind of interesting. He's wearing the black clothes with the red lipsticks. There's something about this. The statue is black as well, sort of a black scene. So let me just see where we go here. I'm to go with you somewhere. You're jumping off the balance beam into a space. Everything is hard to see when I try to go with you. It's like everything just went blank. So let's see what happens next. It's very hard to understand it. It's an energy change, all right. I just need to wait a minute and allow it to transition. It's what is a blank screen, okay? And it's kind of got like a gray, I don't know, there's something gray about it. There's something like completely, like you turn the TV on and it's just gray. That's what this looks like. While simultaneously on the other side, I can't stop thinking about Egypt, but what is a really bright and sunny image? And even really bright, like golden things glowing in the sunlight, because the sunlight's bright, and then it blasts off of this gold, and it's just so bright. And the white clothing is so bright in the sun. And then you have this sort of material that makes the pyramids, and I'm not even looking at a pyramid right now. I'm sort of inside what is like, I don't know what you would call an Egyptian palace or something, but this looks more rustic to me. More of just that type of material is sort of, I don't know what the material of the rock, the stone is, but it's got kind of that but there's something really bright about everything. So I'm trying to enter into this image while I have this gray one, and I'm kind of more interested in this image. They want me to describe as I see. So I definitely see what is an older man shorter, and he's wearing like an Egyptian style headdress, but it kind of flashes in between an Egyptian thing and then like a guy from India or something with a big turban or something like that, and even playing a flute to make snakes move and dance. That kind of feel about him. But after he blends from that image of the flute playing with the turban, he goes back to this Egyptian style with the actual fancy headpiece, and he's older, and he has this chin piece here too. And it's not real fancy. He just looks like a much older man, like maybe 60s. He's not very tall by any means. He's very short. I mean, he's like 5 foot tall. I'm just trying to make the next connection here. I'm actually standing with him and exploring this energy or what this means, and I'm just waiting for the next prompting of wisdom. Again, now we are returning back to the scene, and this time you are standing on this balance beam, but yet you feel like you are standing much higher up than you were before. So this massive jackal statue behind you, right? And it's sort of lifting, like elevating you upward. So it's like you're going upward towards his head more. But this time, I mean, you're blasting with confidence right now. I mean, the feeling, I never felt that you weren't confident before, but this time it's like you are showing me what is going on. Before it was you were just standing there and I'm just describing what I see. This time, but there's something really... I mean, there's a sexy energy about this. Like, you're kind of in black leather kind of thing now. Like, gothic style, like, black leather, red lipstick kind of thing. And the confidence is just blasting through the scenes here. I mean, I'm not really sure what to make of this. So we'll see what happens next. My spirit guides are asking me if I know, because we've been traveling through a lot of images, but there hasn't been a lot of connecting wisdom to help us make sense. And so I don't know what it all means for you just yet. All I can do is just keep describing as I see and then allow it to come to an understanding as the sort of wheel turns, So I like to hold people in suspense, even myself. So let's see. They're wanting me to actually walk into one of these images. Image of the statue, image of whatever this gray thing is not in the image of this guy. Even image of the snake guy, too. So I gotta pick one. It's kind of exciting. Which pathway do you want to choose? Like, which one do you want? There's something about this wisdom in you. Like, you actually have there's a couple of cards on the table here, and you get the excitement of deciding how you want your journey to go. Like, which part of the road, where do we want to veer off? Do we want the black leather with the red lipstick? Do we want the gray? Do we want this Egyptian guy? I don't know. So let's see what happened here. I'm just inspired to go to the Egyptian guy first. He just makes me feel like a really lovely old grandfather, even though he's like decked out in total Egyptian style stuff. He's wearing primarily white. I'm not able to see beneath his like right here. I can't see him beneath here. But he's got that headpiece on and this primarily white. He's got a scraggly little thing growing here. He's not real, it doesn't look fancy by any means. I just like him. I just adore him for some reason. I just like seeing him. He's in a contemplative manner, and he's sort of looking across. I can't see what he's looking at, but he's in deep thought. He really feels like a grandfather figure. But I keep thinking, every time I see him, I keep thinking about your brother that passed away, Matthew. I keep hearing his name even and thinking about him, but the connection hasn't been strong enough that I feel that this is a reflection of him from a past life or something. It just hasn't come through enough for me yet to blend that. So I'm just going to tell you that for right now. There's some weird connection here between this and your brother. I'm supposed to stand here and look off into the distance. There's some wisdom here about this sort of patience this man has, but he's quite wise too. He could stand there and stare off into the distance and see more in 1 hour of complete silence and just standing there and staring off in the distance than any human being would see in a normal week of work, school, go to the grocery store. There's something about his wisdom and his sensory skills and abilities. And there's something about you, too, in conjunction with this. Especially because you're so young, you really have so much potential to grow and become quite wise like this, too. To see something more than the average Joe, right? You already clearly see more than the average Joe. I mean, this sort of way I experience you from the get-go says that whatever you may appear to be, you're quite extraordinary. What is going on the inside is like, whoa, it's pretty exciting. So, and I really want to see what you want to show me, right? But it's kind of still in suspense. So I'm hanging out with this old dude. I'm just going to stand here with him and do as he does. So we're going to they're wanting me to imagine this as we're up high and we're looking across in a distance, and there's quite like a town or city, or there's created buildings of like a squared out kind. They're not like we see in the US or whatever. I don't know how to describe them. They're made out of the materials of the land, and they're kind of boxy, like Aladdin style or something, kind of like that. It just feels dusty here. It just feels very dusty. And it feels really hot and dry here. But I don't feel bothered by any of this, because what the value is this moment where we're not, there's nothing concerning, there's nothing bothering me about the temperature or the dryness or where I live. I'm just here in a state of complete and utter just harmonious balance with the space, with myself, with my thoughts, with my emotions, even in such an extraordinary balance that I don't have to have a thought at all in my head to feel like I am experiencing all the thoughts, all the expressions, all consciousnesses, everything, all simultaneously in a single moment, every single moment in a period of time. What is moments, What makes up time? Just moments. This is an experience he's having in the now, constantly in the now, at every now moment is every moment. And he's just so amazing in this way that he is. My spirit guides are asking me if I think that, again, if this is Matthew, and I can't get that out of my head, that this feels to me, there's a connection between this. I'm supposed to say yes to that. I'm supposed to acknowledge that this soul that experienced Matthew for 4 months is this man. Is this extraordinary, wise, elite thinking, awakened, enlightened, extraordinary soul. So yes, now... After I say that, it's funny how that happens. He's sort of finally turning and looking at me and acknowledging me and smiling. So I don't know I'm like really dumbfounded by the way this feels now. Because there's some connection between the way he looks and smiles at you too. When there's something about this and about what he sees, but he's not speaking to me at all. He's only showing through action what his sort of stature of wisdom is, what his style of wisdom, spiritual expression is extraordinary. There's such a warmth about this that I feel. And it's warmer than the hot, dry climate. It's warmer because love is so much warmer and so much more real because it touches us in ways that are beyond the physical. It touches us through our souls, and it warms our hearts, our souls, our emotions, our thoughts, our everything. Love touches us with more warmth and more meaning as well. So, something really special about this. I'm supposed to acknowledge that this is a gift that is dwelling within your spiritual atmosphere. This is already a part of you and your expression, and that the soul of your brother is quite aligned with your journey as well as a soul. As in, your souls have incarnated quite a few times together. And it's quite warm when you incarnate together. The experience is very warm and connected. And even teaching each other, learning from each other, and it's exciting and fun. You love incarnating together and learning from each other, growing from each other. So right now, in this lifetime, the learning is that he got to enjoy a few months of time with you. But then that was what was supposed to be the gift. That is part of the learning too, because there's something here about his gift. So as human beings, right, we experience the physical world, and that's what we understand as the real, because we live it, see it, breathe it, experience it. But there's quite an extraordinary world out there when you blend the spiritual with the physical, and quite a lot of learning can be had between you and your brother. Quite a relationship can still develop here, because now you are exploring this sort of open window, and you guys can still have this incarnation together, right? Because now you have the wisdom, you have the understanding that you actually can still enjoy your brother, even though it's not in the physical, it's in the spiritual. But you've enjoyed so many lifetimes together. I'm telling you, not just like father, daughter, grandfather, granddaughter. I mean, friends, really great friends. Literally, even it sounds really weird. But even as lovers or a couple, best friends, I'm telling you, the feeling is that you've experienced life together in a lot of different roles of taking care of each other, loving each other in different ways, helping each other through the hard times, and then being light for one another and sharing wisdom that's unique. There's really a special bonded connection that you have. This is really something you need. This is really good medicine for you to help really something about this is really good medicine for you right now in your life. This is going to be some fuel in your fire, and it's going to really create a pathway for you that is really, it just feels so, this information feels very positive for you. So I know there's something new I'm supposed to see or share, but it is not come yet. I'm still here with him. I'm supposed to call him Matthew. I'm still here with Matthew. He's getting smaller and smaller and smaller. Even small enough that he could fit into his Egyptian headdress or turban. Because it sort of keeps flickering, and it's almost like he's swaddled, like the baby brother. Something about this snake imagery is really meaningful to me. A snake is a teacher, and the snake teaches through the light and the dark, but it is always through an expression of love. And so you want to always find that balance. It's really high caliber. Whenever I see the snake, is always very high caliber, spiritual wisdom, energy, and healing. And even to have him playing sounds that inspire the snake's movement also has special meaning too. But all I can see is sort of turban, and it just feels like everything is fading. but it hasn't quite yet. Something about this, is definitely a different energy sensation because I'm getting a little fuzzy. So I'm just gonna wait and be patient here. There's something new about to happen. It hasn't come to me yet. Everything's just revolving through the door, and then we'll get to see the next thing. Feels really good right now. It feels like I'm in a secret garden and there's so many flowers and it's really just pretty here. Everything is so crisp and green and yet so vibrant in color from all the flowers, but particularly what is roses. Very particularly roses, but not red roses. They're like orange in color. And they're fully bloomed, totally expanded out there in the light. Not kind of expanded, but like really big and expanded, you know? And so there's something radiating about the way they look, the perfect way that they are blossomed outward. They're just so substantial. They're just so beautiful. There's something so balanced and so perfect about their expression. They're wonderful to embrace, that sort of drink in their reflection is really lovely to me. And so I'm just enjoying them right now. I'm inspired to touch them as well. Touch the leaves and the petals even. Touch the space. And it's sort of like touching the whole space at one time, but touching it individually. It's really strange. I'm gonna try and describe this. So you have a garden, okay? You have like this garden scene, and you have trees and you have bushes and then you have flowers and such. And so you touch the image, right? Just touch the image. And you seems like you're touching the whole image. Somehow my hands are in every particle of the air. So I'm touching everything all at the same time, which is very strange for me. There's some spiritual wisdom about what a soul is capable of. Not touching things at the finger, just a small touch. Touching everything through being in oneness with even the air we breathe. The air touches everything. Atoms are touching literally everything, from the depths of the earth to the ends of the universe, and then some. Atoms and like the tiniest little particles are touching everything. And so if we have the capacity to comprehend how to be in the oneness of consciousness of all, now we literally can touch everything in the universe in one split second. We now become all things. There's wisdom about this, that your soul already has this understanding and capacity even. And Matthew is extraordinary of this kind and caliber, and he too comprehends this and wants you to comprehend this as well, and what you're capable of experiencing even. So you can feel everything, even the stars and the planets, not with your finger, with your sort of expression. Expand your consciousness to the ends of the universe and then some. I don't feel there's ever an end. There's only a beginning again. So you have birth and then you have rebirth, is what I experience. So for me to say the end of the universe, I don't feel there ever is an end to anything. There's no stopping anything. There's no edge of anything. It comes to a new space of rebirth or renewal or new expression or something of that kind. Because life doesn't end when you die. you transform your identity through the experience of life, and then you experience life in new ways again. And your soul is forever. So I'm waiting for the next thing. See, this is so peaceful and quiet. They're sort of laughing at me because I was like, ew, that gray color, I don't want to go there. But I'm telling you, there's something to be desired about that gray screen. There's something about it. It's very strange. Because this odd, joyful peace and still feeling that I'm experiencing, I think about this gray color. Let me... I gotta get the yawns out. If their scene is gonna change, I'm gonna yawn through it. I've done good so far. So let's see what happens next. I feel like there's a La La Landy kind of sensation, and I'm inspired to walk into a tornado or a spiral of light. And I don't know. I just want it to suck me up and take me somewhere. I just want to enter it and for it to decide where I go and then take me there. It's so exciting. It's like it's gonna be the random decision maker on what happens next, and I don't know, and we're just gonna roll the dice, but it's like a massive infinite dice, so we don't even know what number we're gonna get because it's infinite. It's like, what number? If I got 1, I'd be like, how could I possibly get 1 in all these infinite numbers? But yet 1, what is infinite? It is all the numbers, or is 1 number. Like, so the odds of getting 1 would be like totally awesome, right? It's like you should get 1. It's like the only number you could ever get. But yet you could get any number at the same time. I'm just so inspired. I just feel like running. I'm just gonna run into the spiral and see where it takes me. It's like a vacuum. It's gonna suck me in and then shoot me out somewhere. I don't even know where it's gonna decide. But it wants me to decide. It was like, take me to a star system. Let's just go see the stars or something. There's something right about this. Literally, sort of like a circus cannon, and then blasting me off, right? But nothing has happened just yet. I've entered it, and I've simultaneously gone somewhere, but yet I have gone nowhere at all. But the excitement is like, I'm waiting. And there's so much stillness while I'm inside the spiral piece. And it's sort of creating a really, like a really softened, to the excited energy, you know? It's just so softened right now, and it's almost like it doesn't have to propel me anywhere. I close my eyes and I open my eyes and I'm in the space now. I'm actually sitting in quite a perfect posture, like a lotus style position, with hands like this even. But it's more like this, with them here, not like in front of my face. But totally balanced lotus position. It's hard to hold that. It is hard. Like, that thing takes practice. You gotta start young if you're gonna get it right by adulthood. You start as an adult, and it's like trying to learn how to do the splits once you're like 25 years old. It's like, I always wanted to do the splits, but I definitely don't see this ever happening at this point. You know what I mean? It's like, it's just one of those things. Like, lotus position, you gotta start now, and as soon as you can. It's hard to hold those things. And so there's something about this position feels great. And you're sitting in it, and there's something about you, and it's like black and then red lipstick, black like yoga pants, and they're shimmer, kind of got like a texture that's like, what, nylon or something, I don't know what you call that, stretchy and is slick, so it's tighter, and then a black t-shirt, and then black hair, and red lipstick, and you're perfect, like perfect at this. There's something so certain and so sure and so balanced about this. I just became one with you, your consciousness, your body, the position, and now we are in oneness, so I'm seeing as you see. And it's quite strange. I need a minute to explore this here. You have an energy beacon that is sort of, it's like at the level of where your heart is in the center of your chest, and it's golden, and it's literally like flame, but it's an orb of energy right there. You are in the lotus position, but a part of you is standing up and walking. And I can see this beacon of energy propelling you, inspiring you, and taking you places. The heart to inspire. And this golden energy is of a very high caliber. You're walking like a zombie, like in a trance, or like you are possessed to walk in this way to this, wherever this is. We're going to see this jackal guy. Anubis or something. He's quite interesting. He's looking at me. I'm here with him and we are interacting. He's quite fascinating because there's a very dark side to him, but yet there's quite a loving side as well. So he's quite a balance between both. There's nothing that I would see that he could have an intimidating nature, and only to inspire you to become stronger. He says, who does not fear death? And then those who do not fear death, there's something about overcoming what is a natural instinctive nature to survive. Something odd about this wisdom. I don't feel like I'm processing it quite right. But he's talking about this. It's interesting because his face is changing, and he's not looking so much like a jackal, like maybe an anteater or something with really long face, really long snout piece. It's weird because you see some aliens that look like animals, animal faces, and there's something about this, I don't know what, I'm getting energies altering, is creating goofy feelings, so let me just wait a minute. I mean, there's something strange about this, about the way the face is changing, and it's creating thoughts about alien beings and stuff, but I'm not convinced there's anything alien about this, but there's a reason why I say what I say, and the wisdom speaks like it does. And they're asking me, my spirits are asking me, is this an alien? And I'm saying, I can't tell for sure. I just keep thinking it's sort of a spiritual consciousness. And consciousnesses are quite interesting because when you pray, when you have people expanded over long periods of time pray to a consciousness, the consciousness itself expands too. But there's something I can't speak right now. Everything is just turning into like a white sheet, and I'm not able to see anymore. I'm inspired to speak to Anubis, bow down, and share reverence in a loving way. It is not reverence towards anything, but just saying thank you for being an expression of the infinite. Thank you for, to the infinite, for allowing the consciousness that is him to be an expression. So we can be in reverence of each other even. You don't have to be Anubis or a deity or anything for us to have reverence of each other. We can be in reverence of you, Alyssa, and of Matthew, because you deserve reverence too. Your souls are quite well developed. But really enjoys incarnating and experiencing. I mean, your soul is excited to incarnate. It wants to have experiences. It wants to keep incarnating. It wants to keep experiencing. I know as a human being, it's like one lifetime here can be enough, but souls are just like, yippee, another life on Earth. It's like, please, you're way too excited. But it's really weird like that. Soul, like the higher self energy is just so happy to be an expression of the divine and infinite universe, right? And it wants to comprehend and be a part of it more so badly that it wants to just keep incarnating. And it tolerates things because it wants to understand. And so it wants to expand itself. It already understands, but it develops a depth of awareness when it actually experiences it in these dense layers. So I'm just going to do this with Anubis and then allow him to share something. It still is not quite that was the clarity that came. Was that wisdom? That he has something to do with this. About soul exchange and sort of death and life sort of thing. Talking about reverence of a soul, your soul, reverence of all souls, reverence of creation, reverence of God or the infinite or whatever you want to call it. And, but your soul clearly has a relationship with Egypt. A lot of souls do, but it's really special when that stuff kind of comes up. It's really interesting, sort of. We're all really intrigued by that place. It's like we live in an advanced civilization, but yet we still don't have a clue how the pyramids were built. It's like, they obviously were onto something quite more advanced than us. But they were spiritual people too, They were a part of a physical and spiritual experience. And we're really sort of faded into a primarily physical experience. And that physical experience then creates that missing puzzle piece, because we want to feel the spiritual, And I feel like that the gift of this soul rebirth journey is going to be so healing for you, because your soul is hungry for more spiritual. Especially with these images that have been coming up about you, about your soul and soul connections, and these spaces, and this just the high caliber wisdom of just touching an entire universe, and all of that is really a part of your expression. I can't come up with this wisdom. I'm in your spiritual atmosphere, and this is what your soul is sharing with me as being the most helpful, transformative wisdom I could give you right now. I'm actually just asking Anubis, of all things. I'm asking him, about these others, the stuttering, and these other sort of explorations, vertigo and things. It's kind of interesting because of the posture and these expressions of balance and the balancing act, and the confidence that exists within you is a part of you. You're totally confident. So whatever this is, it's just a part of your development. But let's see what else we can find out about it. There's something here. I'm just shown like a bed spring, and it's just boiling up and down like this. It's a bed that's not, I mean, it's not, it's a broken bed. It's like a bed that's been, mattresses ripped so I can see the springs, and this coil is really anxious to show me how it just wants to keep it moving and it won't stand still. All the other coils are part of a bed that's just been ripped to shreds, and just, the coils aren't moving. This one keeps moving though. And they're asking me if I think I can get it to stop moving. So let's see. It's quite out of control. It's quite an odd sort of spring. So I'm just touching it for starters. It even has a burning hot sensation. And it's sort of, it's got us filled with energy is what it is. And it needs a place to go. So it just keeps moving in motion. This spring piece keeps moving in motion. I'm working with the energy that I experienced with Matthew, and the energy that I experienced in the garden, and the energy I experienced with you and Anubis on the balancing beam, and the sort of balanced sort of way that you're sitting in the lotus position. So I'm just using that energy here to inspire the spring to also balance and align with that. Let's see here. I'm sharing the energy with the spring, and then I was inspired to blow the energy as air, breathe the air of this energy onto the spring, and it's going down the coil like it's an electrical rod. So it's moving down the coil, and it's thinking. It's starting to recognize its identity can be altered, or its programming or sensation or what it wants to be as an expression is being altered through these actions. It's really changing its pace. It's becoming smarter is the only way I can describe it. It's even altering its composition. So what was a really kind of like a slinky, like a big spring, is kind of growing smaller and more connected together. They're telling me to fix the whole bed, to show the bed as totally healed in a balanced expression. Somehow this is in conjunction with this issue. Something with your spiritual atmosphere needs this fixed. Let's see what we can do here. I'm just gonna move it out of this sort of it just looks like a garbage dump. I don't like the bed. If I'm gonna heal this whole bed with a spring, I'm taking it out of the garbage dump and I'm gonna put it in like a really fancy hotel room. We're getting the penthouse, and there's gonna be a pool up there too, and it's gonna be awesome. We're gonna do this right. This is gonna be an awesome bed and everything. This is gonna be cool. So let's do this. So I'm just in the spiral of going places, and I'm just closing my eyes, visualizing the spring bed and everything, and then saying, okay, voila, it's in a really swanky place, totally catered to making you feel awesome, and it's okay if it looks a little trampled on and destroyed. I'm gonna fix it, but I want to fix it by allowing it to experience really something fancy, a paradise, a vacation setting, a peace of mind, something like a really high vibrational experience, a setting that just feels really cool. Okay, there's quite a lot of it. It's like there's a blast of furnacing anger, like I hate you, I want to destroy you, I'm just feels like I just want to rip it all apart, and just so angry. I mean, it's literally like completely sheer anger, and actually destructive anger. It's coming from this bed that's broken bed. So I'm just gonna let it get its anger out. It really needs to release. We're gonna put some big trees in here and let the trees really absorb all the negative energy. Just let it out. Just let it out. So just helping the bed, let it out. It's sort of odd because it's really interesting how quickly it learns, because when I tell it to let it all out, it's safe here. You're safe here to let it all out and just let this energy of the place and let us take care of you. And then it's like, what? You're gonna take care of me? Like, I can let it all out? It's like, yeah, you can. And then when it's like thinking, and then these coil pieces, not just the boring one, the other ones too, start to light up, and they're just in thinking. It's like they're downloading information on the coils, like electrical coil or something. And it is reacting. It's sort of done its thinking process. So the coils like have this little ball of light, and then it just goes down the coil, and then it starts over again. And they just do this. So it's thinking, and now it's erupting again. It's like, come on, you can let it out. Let's just see how many times until we can win the jackpot with you. So it's like we're in a Las Vegas hotel or something, like way up at the top of the win or something. There's something quite ugly underneath it all, and I'm trying to help it show itself, because it feels like it's a part of this broken bed. It feels like that's what its expression is. It feels like just really the energy of it, the thought process of it is really not healthy, not healing itself, not thriving. Nobody is a broken bed, and even a broken bed is a part of earth materials that are recycled back into nature, like the garden and stuff. So you alter the vibration so that this feeling of a broken bed, or this anger and this eruption and self-destructive energy, we cannot alter the vibration of that to help you find balance again, because you're quite awesome, you're quite extraordinary. But the human experience is challenging, so we go through these phases. So you're just really still sensitive. I gotta figure this one out. I mean, you're so bad. The energy here is quite damaging, and even so much as if I try to touch one of the coils, it wants to harm me enough that my hands will start bleeding. So I'm asking for some angels to help me out here. Okay, I'm supposed to journey into the bed so we can see what's going on here. So I'm just going to go dive my consciousness into this expression, and then we'll see what we can find out. And I'm like, all you need is love, love. Love is all you need. That's what I'm saying as I'm journeying into the bed. There's something about that. We all need that. So see what we got here. It's pretty bad. It's amazing the type of realms that we can create when our energies just aren't balanced. I mean, I haven't quite gotten there yet, but what is the experience is really spiky, sharp. Makes me think of just sharp fence posts that you could use as a stake to stab somebody with. There's like splintered wood. It just, something about it just is really is just, that it just, that's how I'm trying to get through the tunnel, but it won't let me in yet. Sort of shutting me out. And I'm telling it's okay. You don't, it's like, I'm here, help you. I'm into it, but I'm not quite yet. There's like a cloud of energy that is preventing me from getting into the total realm. And sometimes this realm, I'm going to tell you, this realm is I see some pretty gross realms. And so when our energy is not right, it creates places that look like places of hell and stuff like that. And the soul literally is experiencing a version of hell inside the body, experiencing its own version of hell. So it's sort of, that's what hell is. It is the nightmare of and challenge of living, and the soul endures it in its own unique way, and it looks like a hell, a place that looks like hell. They're asking me if I think Alyssa is in hell right now. It's like, you know, I think everybody is. I mean, I don't know how to answer that correctly, because human beings have an interpretation of what hell is, which is not at all my interpretation of hell. You don't die and go to hell. You actually experience hell through living challenging lifetimes. The soul actually experiences hell, and through the hell of life, like when you're not feeling like dancing, and you're feeling like crying, or you're feeling emotionally vulnerable, you're feeling like you just can't feel balanced emotionally, and it's challenging you, and it's making you act in ways that don't feel like yourself. Your soul is challenged, your soul is being tormented, and you feel the torment even in your own heart and emotions and all of that. And it hurts very badly. The soul hurts too. So in a way, Alyssa's soul is enduring something that is a reflection of hell, yes. When we are challenged, all of our souls do. All of our souls go to our own versions of hell, our own versions of it. But a soul could be in a space of that kind for lifetimes, and that's why you keep being inflicted with the same challenges, different sort of directions, until the soul can find a way to overcome that challenge, and then find freedom and relief to grow out of that space, that energy vibration that is painful and tormenting to the soul. But it's quite interesting, because the soul incarnate experiences these things, but the higher self, like the soul that, there's always a part of soul always in heaven, always. And so it is like so happy all the time. It's like totally aware, totally wise, totally part of the oneness, while simultaneously it's fragmented out into these life experiences. And it does experience, it's weird. As a human being trying to comprehend an infinite universe, it's just, I mean, how do you do it? Just the best that you can. So I'm supposed to say yes. Alyssa, part of your soul is fragmented in a space where it is enduring challenge, because you yourself are enduring challenge. So I'm going to go into the space where your soul is enduring challenge in order to purify and heal it. So let's ask you, are you okay with me entering into this space where your soul is challenged, and then heal that for you? And then you're supposed to, if you want me to, if you say yes, that's going to help me enter into this space. So even though I'm in the past right now and you're in the future, your decision right now is going to help me enter into the space. So when you're ready, allow me to enter the space, and then I will heal this for you. There's something good about this. There's something even like bubbly and happy. Almost like we're shaking up the pop can and opening it, and it's blasting everywhere, but it's awesome juice. It's like happy juice. I don't know what it is, but something feels really great. All right. It's just hard. I'm just going to be patient. Just choosing patience, because it's not manifesting the room yet. All I can see is red, like maroon color. That's it. It's funny, because there's that red lipstick. This is a little bit different red, but it's kind of the same thing. Something interesting about color. Because Anubis is this black statue, right? But he wears this white sort of skirt, male skirt, or man skirt. You know what I mean? He wears the man skirt. But then, Matthew is this sort of very wise older man also wearing the man skirt. It's like, he's got it going on. Some white, sort of white with black, and then red, and just the colors. There's something about the colors, too. This is helping the vibration with the bed entirely. Just me choosing to go into here, share the wisdom as I have shared it. It's helping to calm the energy down in amazing ways. There's a lot of splinters. I can't, it's not going to show me what it looks like, but it's quite splintery. It's interesting because I know that your mother has been challenged with fibromyalgia, which this is sort of fascinating because you're getting this splintery thing going on here, and we don't need that for you. Some odd thing, like a transfer of energy between mother to you. And that we need to clear that out of there. Literally, you this is what's going on here. It's quite bad. So this is a living space, a living reflection of you. I'm in it, and it's just covered in blood or blood red wall. I mean, the whole space is just an empty space, like a underground sort of cave or whatever, totally lit. I can see everything, and it's like blood everywhere, and there's this need to keep exploding like pieces of wood, and then millions of wood chunk pieces just shattering all over the top, the walls, the floor, just splintering everything out just over and over again, like hurting the self-destructive. And so this is very painful. This is extremely painful. Because the space is a reflection of the soul and the body and the mind and the emotions and everything that is being damaged in this way. Wait, so this is a big deal. There's something odd about this reflection. And so I'm working on helping this to heal, and just, you're going to be feeling a lot better. I'm just asking if Grandma Angela, Angela, is something about her and that name. It just feels really warm to me. And I really want to experience her energy here in this place, because this isn't you. This is not you. When we incarnate, then these types of rooms become our ego, our consciousness, our minds, the world around us, our development, our, trying to be alive on this planet is very hard, especially at your age. You're trying to come into who and what you are, and the world is just real, it is what it is, and it's hard, and we want to make this room a reflection of who and what you are. And so I'm supposed to describe the energy that I feel is really warm and welcoming, and Grandma, it just is that way, because Grandma energy to me is just like fresh baked cookies and stuff like that. It just really warm, really sunny, really happy. There's something about a liquid energy that is sort of feeding in this space, and it almost looks like the inside of a mouth. And it is trying to heal. It just hasn't gotten there yet. It's like it's even choking on a piece of wood as well. So it's like this. Obviously, the stuttering thing is in conjunction with this too. I mean, it's pretty bad. I mean, I have to outsmart it, basically. I can't just take the wood piece out. It's not going to let me just take the wood piece out, because it is a reflection of something else. It's just, sometimes you actually have to journey into everything in order to create the right vibration in the space and then dislodge it that way. It's not going to just let me take it out. It's really healing quite a lot right now. I'm not sure where. I just feel like there's two different spaces developing here. One is the mouth. It's sort of that room with all these wood pieces splintering out all over the walls and hurting the space, while simultaneously the space looks like a mouth, and it's just choking on a giant piece of wood. Even what is like a past lifetime where you choked on food and died, that right there, just, that made a big difference. Just literally, that was the emphasis to get it out. Help release that from this space. Something about it, just, you can't get it out of your throat. That helped. I'm really inspired to help you breathe, but you're not convinced that it's happened yet, or that you are free of this. Because there's still a part of you that seems to think it's there when it's been removed. And so you have an odd way of putting it back in there, but it's not there at all. It's an energy thing. It's not there. It's not actually there. It's somehow a part of an illusionary, past lifetime sort of blending with the current and just creating an odd issue with this. So I'm just being patient here, because I have to heal both spaces. And the healing already is just so monumental. I can already tell a huge difference, but it isn't complete yet. You're supposed to say, you are worthy and deserving of love. You, Alyssa, are worthy and deserving of love. That helps too. Do you say to yourself, I'm worthy and deserving of love? You should say that. You need to say that to yourself. Because you are. Because you are worthy and deserving of love. The more you say, I am worthy and deserving of love, it automatically takes all of that congested in of energy, that splinter room, and it turns it all into like what was actually just a blackboard covered in dust, and you just dust it all off, and now we have a clean slate. It's as easy as that. Altering the mind, the ego, you can do this through simple actions of speaking loving things to yourself, and it heals in amazing ways. It transitions you out of that sort of energy that hurts in order to find relief from emotions and stuff like that. Like this splintering room, like that was a reflection to me of somebody who's going through emotional turmoil and doesn't know what else to do. And so you just find the only energy that finds relief is just anger, or just internalizing it and hurting yourself on the inside. Not cutting yourself, but actually just like, so like you just feel like the only control you have from your emotions is just the way life makes you feel, and everything else just makes you create an internal exploding bomb, and you just blow it up over and over and over and over again, because you have no control over how to experience the balance and the harmony and the happiness, and life just doesn't feed you that nourishment in order for you to stop doing this. So I'm going to help you through altering your energy vibrations. I'm still working on it. This stuff takes time. It takes time to create a place like this. It takes me some time to undo it too. It's like, probably another half hour or so. It's hard to do it. I'm working on two different spaces at the same time. This throat and this other room. So I need to just focus on one at a time. Okay. I'm just inspired to go to the throat first, and then we'll go back to the other room. Again, I'm supposed to say, you're worthy and deserving of love. This the medicine that helps get this stuff out. Because you need to feel, your body's feeling rejected, and emotions are everything's just in a rejecting state, very negative state. So you alter those negative things by saying the truth to yourself. The truth is, guess what? This is the truth. You're awesome. You're way cool. You're worthy and deserving of love. So I'm asking Grandma Angela if she'll come and help us with this, to help you. And so I'm just gonna describe. This doesn't have to be your. I mean, this is how I translate the energy as my own personal ideas of the way things feel and just how it shows itself to me. So I have a grandma, and this grandma has. I don't know what those shoes are, but sometimes like grandmas wear those shoes, and they're just. I don't even know where they get them from, but they're somehow like. They're like tennis shoes / loafers or something. She probably didn't even wear these, but there's something about her. She's ready. She's on it. But she's got a big black marker. She's got her hair done nicely. And we're in the space where you're just, the throat thing is going on, and it's like an egg is in there now. And you're very pretty. You don't look like the same girl. You actually have blonde hair in this image. And it's sort of a fringe here. And then it's just really glossy hair, straight. It's not like dried out and frizzy or anything. It's like really pretty. And it's in pigtails. You look older. Probably like 18 to 20. And there's the black thing is starting to fade out. You've got even some tan to your skin. It's sort of like we're writing down the game plan or something. These few guys are saying, is this Grandma Angela? And I'm like, you know what? There's something, I don't know. Okay, give me a minute here. Let me just go and travel into this person and see what the feeling is. Something about the fast, sort of, what is a person? They're not just one side. They're many sides. And even the way that we show ourselves is one side of who and what we are. Just like you. You're not just who you show yourself to be on the outside. You're quite extraordinary on the inside. This is part of the wisdom that your grandma was quite extraordinary in how she could present herself, but she had many different sides to her expression as well. And there's something about this sort of the awesome warm grandma baking cookies feeling, but this other side that's like the coach for the football team grandma or something, got the marker out. She really wants to get down to business. That's the way this feels. Let's see what else comes. Literally, she's ignoring me and she's touching your neck like she's a doctor. And we're just gonna remove this thing now. She's not gonna tolerate you having a frog in your throat or whatever. The egg is stuck in the throat. We will delodge it. She's like doctor mode right now. And her like nurse's shoes that are like loafer / tennis shoe or something. She's totally ignoring me. I love it though. It's like, take it away, Grandma Angel. They're so sweet. She's showing me something. It's literally a very beautiful ring. I mean, the whole scene just totally changed out, and I'm seeing a hand with a very beautiful ring going on the ring finger. Even what are diamonds sparkling, and they have like a really beautiful, it's not quite blue, it's like blue and purple combined, and it's really pretty. Something about this ring as a union and a oneness even, and a balance, a circle as like a perfectly balanced shape. It has no sides. It is a reflection of oneness. Seriously, energy right now is really amazing. I'm gonna experience this energy she's sharing with me. There's something about this helping to dislodge what's in your throat too. Romance and love even. It's really odd because the emotions that I experience from you aren't really showcasing that sort of balance. There's some sort of Cinderella story with the way this ring feels. And it feels like it is in a space that is completely unscathed of anything dark. A total pure energy, totally sacred even. Sacred towards two hearts becoming one, sacred towards two different expressions coming together in a perfect union with one another to take care of each other. And this feeling of that I'm getting through these two spaces is not this feels like it's coming from a pure space. So there's some value. You're supposed to know that. How do you accomplish, or how do you create this sort of fairy tale dream? We have to purify your expression. There's something about this. Having this high caliber experience is important. And the vibration is really massively healing for you. It's massively healing for all of us. I mean, who doesn't want to have that pure, totally balanced union with another person, that you share yourself in a way that is so nurturing towards each other, but it is sort of a natural thing, like it instinctively happens, and yet you also dedicate or devote love to one another because you love each other. There's something healing about this that we all long for, We all want that. You just keep thinking about 18. And this girl is... There's something good about this energy, allowing it to enter into this throat piece and then push that out naturally. I'm asking her, do you feel loved? Do you feel the balance that love provides? Do you experience purity of this kind? Do you experience sacredness with your expression? Balanced between mind, body, and spirit? Actually balanced in sacredness between mind, body, and spirit. Do you experience that? She keeps ignoring me to try to speak. Keeps ignoring what I'm saying to try to speak, and nothing coming. It's totally stuck in there. Grandma is wanting to help with this, and she's coming to help in different ways, and she's really pushing this as the loving energy, this image of purity. Allow yourself to experience it on the inside, and allow it to open the throat for you to speak naturally. It's almost like, the wisdom that is coming through on this is like, just how do you fit a soul inside of a Tupperware container? Like, how do you fit a soul inside of a body that you want to express yourself, but something about what you are as an expression is jamming up your ability as a human being. Like, they're not blending quite right, and just the experience of being human right now is just creating a jam between your ability to communicate here naturally. You keep wanting to cough it out, but whenever it comes out, you keep insisting that it's still there. I'm inspired to go back to the bed and see what it looks like right now. It looks like it's trying to sleep. It looks like it's going to a resting state. It's even sinking into this bed frame. It's not on the edge anymore. It's not wanting to burn or hurt me yet anymore. It feels like it's sleeping. I'm just going to journey into this version and see where we're at in that room. Everything, it's quite interesting how things change. I'm in a new room, and it's literally crying tears of black, sort of tar liquid. The room and space itself is the expression experiencing the pain. And it's another part of the body. It's like the throat again. Let's see. I mean, it wants to scream, but nothing comes out. We're going to plant a garden here for you, me and your grandma. The energy she's sharing right now is really soft, a lot softer, a lot smoother. She's quite multifaceted. I'm telling you, she's been many things. she's been quite many things. Not just a soft old, lovely old granny. It's like a hard ass even. Like, I'm a little surprised to see grandma in like what's like the coach whistle and the shoes and just on to business with the marker. Like, this is the game plan. I'm already on it. I don't even care what she has to say. I'm gonna get this thing out of her throat. Softening now, and now we're gardening kind of feeling. Softening to show us the magic of falling in love, or just sort of a commitment. It's like the wedding ring though is sort of significant meaning, because it's about commitment too. But now it's sort of such a beautiful softened energy right now. I mean, it's so soft. We're going to plant some things, some seeds, and grow a garden here in this space to help this suck out the old energies that you don't need anymore. This will really help with your emotions and the stuttering issue and all of that. There's quite a large seed, like the size of a coconut. I'm just throwing it down the hole, like it's black, a black throat or something. And it's plopped into some water down there at the bottom. And it's black down there too. And it's quite acidic down there as well. I'm even worried about the seed being burnt. But the seed is starting to absorb the energy and choosing to use this energy to help itself grow strong. Because Mother Earth, that's what her gift is. She's hungry for what does not help us thrive. She wants to consume all of that and then transform it into what helps us thrive. So healing in nature, just walking in nature, just releasing all the thoughts, all of the energy out into nature. The trees, the plants, the grasses, everything is going to suck that in, just like the CO2, and it's going to transform it, and you're going to feel so much better as well. It's like natural therapy that you can take away after this video is you should walk a lot in nature. It will help you. And you can make connections with nature spirits as well. And you can make connections with Mother Earth energy. It's just a different version of love. And it's really good. We all need more Mother Earth. We all do. And she needs more of us coming to her for help. She wants that. She wants to have that bond and connection with those who live on the planet, with all of us. She loves all of us. This is really helping. It's really helping. I can feel how well this is helping. I mean, it's literally sucking out all of that negative energy. Is sort of stored in the stomach and intestinal area too. It's just sort of like a sponge. It's actually rolling like a ball through the system of the body. It's just sucking it all up in there. And to purify this as well, there's this odd energy. It was completely invisible. It was like a jelly, like a jellyfish, like completely invisible. How do you prevent yourself from running into a jellyfish in the ocean? Is like blends with the water. You can't. You just either get the jellyfish or you don't. So you just hope you don't get it. There's something here though. like an energy that's here, and it's coming out finally. It's literally choosing to come out and stay out. There's entities like angel energies that are coming and helping this to come out as well. Because I was trying to put water to clean out all of that tract through the body, but it got lodged in what was an invisible thing. And so that comes out, and now I can allow pure water energy to purify the space here as this sort of nut ball rolls through the digestive tract. It sort of absorbs all this negative energy. I'm just watching and waiting as this thing comes out. I'm using Kundalini Reiki to help energy to help remove it. It's instantly your body's absorbing snake energy really fast like a sponge. And then I'm using Usui Reiki in order to help as well with this energy work. And you're really, it's really working well with you. Your body really likes it a lot. And so if you're interested in being attuned to spiritual healing energy, then I'll put my attunement video. So I'll make like a link at the beginning so you can connect to touch that, and then you can watch my attunement videos if you haven't already, and then experience this energy and share it with others and yourself and everything, so you can experience that on your own. So I'm just gonna focus here on this. This is the part where we're raising your vibration. I can tell we're shown that we are quite far down, way farther down than I realized. And we need to go up higher. And so we're going up through the energy of Reiki, basically. I'm creating a room with many voices that are like a million voices speaking Kundalini Reiki for you. And then we're using this energy blast to push us up. It's kind of funny because this energy is sort of the circus cannon or the spiral. It's going to take us places. Again, we're doing an energy blast. So this is important. We're literally pushing you upward really fast through this energy work. In fact, it's even breaking up this other room with the splinters. That space still has a presence. So everything is altering through this action now. You're even choosing, now that you've gotten some sort of speed under your heels, you're actually choosing now to take off yourself. It's like, see how self-sufficient you are? You're amazing. Like, quit not doing this. You can take the bull by the horns. You can. You're pretty incredible. Like, what you are, your caliber is pretty extraordinary. So I'm just letting you take off. You're taking off on your own. A little bit of help goes a long way with you. You're just blasting off really high. You're just continuing to go up high. How high can you go? You can go higher and higher and higher and higher. You spend your whole lifetime going higher. That's what we do. That's what life is about. You continue to grow, learn, transform, go through the challenges of life and be reborn from those challenges. You can be reborn many times in a lifetime. And so this is something special here. You're really choosing now to do it differently and choosing to take yourself higher through other means. You're doing it by choice right now. I'm not even having to take you up there. You're just doing it. I'm just watching you. I'm just watching you blast it off. You're just still blasting off. You're going upward. And then everything else was just, I mean, I don't even know why we were down there. That was just so far down. I couldn't tell how far down we were because that's what normal feels like. It's just, that's not normal at all, period. That's too low. It's way too low. That's like all part of the wisdom. Everything that happens in a journey healing is all part of the wisdom. Even me not having the ability to recognize how low I am is part of the wisdom because you yourself can't remember, you know what happiness feels like, but you need to push, and a little bit of push helps give you the enough where it's like, oh, okay, I can take it from here. I'm good now. And now you're rocketing off like a madman. Still rocketing. We're actually rocketing somewhere. It's like we're flying through the stars. We're going somewhere. It's like it's kind of, I don't know what this is. All I could describe it as a star system, like millions and millions of stars, going in a spiral. And it's like they're all going into the spiral, but what looks like a universe is just merely in a spiral. And it looks like a cone. And there's like a center of the universe, but that only opens up to a new cone. It's really weird because there's so much geometric shapes. Like, it's an infinite space. How many cones are there in an infinite space? Like, what is a universe? What is it's just, there's just so much expansion we can do when we choose to see everything as infinite. And not as defined by a number, but as defined as infinite. And so we're just watching. It's literally like, this is what it's like. You get chocolate milk, and you pour it into a glass. You take a spoon and you stir it. And now imagine in that funnel all kinds of stars and stuff. And the funnel's going really, really fast. And what is on the inside of the funnel is just like, it doesn't feel fast at all. It's like you're in an airplane. It doesn't feel like you're going that fast. You're going really fast. I mean, you're traveling places. It's just sort of weird because you look out the window, you see another airplane, they're like, Chew! So like, wow, they're going fast. They're going way faster than us. How come they're going faster than we are, but you're actually going the same speed? Like, you're both going really fast. This sort of weird because the inside sensation of the speed is just like I'm taking a nice gentle walk outside. But the sensation from the outside is like, it's going so fast, it's electric. I mean, it's fast enough, it creates things in the universe. It is the universe. And we're just sort of here on the outside looking at the structure of a universe, is what this feels like. But somehow it's not, it's really strange. It's like the universe in this sort of form of this spiral cone thing. And then what is above then is below, and so now you have like a parallel universe, right? But a universe itself is merely just a star in another sky full of universes. I mean, it's just crazy. I mean, there's no end to an infinite universe. You never get to the end of an infinite universe. And we're just absorbing it. So are we the one where we can just see all, right? We're just here seeing all right now. Well, simultaneously, how is that possible, you know? And this is what happens when you raise your vibration. You start experiencing this sort of crazy, amazing wisdom is sort of seeping out of your soul like something that's totally ordinary for you. Would not be ordinary for everybody. It's very ordinary for your soul to have this caliber of wisdom to share. So you have nothing to choke on here. You're awesome. Like, how do I help you see? So we're just stopped here. You chose to stop here to show me this. You showing me this. And I'm telling you, the color is not black. It's literally the gray color. It's like chocolate milk or something. You get milk, you get chocolate syrup, you pour it in and you stir it. What is that color? Like, it's not brown, it's not purple, it's not white, it's not black, it's like gray or something. I don't know what you call that. That's kind of what it is. You could call it brown, I don't know. It's kind of this odd color of what I'm seeing. And it's so quiet here. We're just, you just are mesmerized by what you're seeing, and I'm just here with you. We are levitating in this space, looking at a starry sky of universes. Spirals, and circular motions, and stars in the chocolate milk. And there's infinite numbers. I mean, how many stars are there? Just, you can't define how many stars. And you look out your window at night, and those are just the stars you can see. What about people? I mean, there's stars, so many stars, all over the place. I can't see all the stars in the sky, even. I try. Even my eyes can't see that far, you know? And so I'm just allowing this. The more we stand here, you are just choosing this. This is all you doing all of this. And you're levitating here, and I'm here with you. We're floating, and everything is getting brighter and brighter. You are shining from the inside out. You're actually starting to glow really bright white light. And it's becoming so bright that you yourself are turning into a bright star. Like, it seems like you see something you forgot about. And now you're starting to remember. And through remembering, it is changing everything for you. And you are getting so bright. It's insane. It's extraordinary. It's explosive. It's transformative. It's phenomenal to see this happening right now. So I'm just witnessing it. Okay. So I'm just witnessing this. I'm just like, just keep on going. Just keep taking it from here. You are choosing. Are choosing to let go of certain behaviors. Literally, you're choosing to say, you know, I don't really want that anymore. That's not really me. Whatever these feelings have been, I get it now. I'm way above it all now because I understand something more about the clarity about who and what I am as a soul, and what I'm capable of, and what it is to be human. Now I remember, I'm not a human being. I'm a super incredibly awesome soul just in a human body having this experience. I am in control, not the mind, not the emotions, not the everything else that is disrupting me and making me feel like I'm this big when I'm actually so big I can see all of the universes in the sky like it's a starry sky. It's extraordinary. This is what your soul wanted to show me from the get-go, all of this stuff. I can't see this stuff unless it's you. This is your soul. Your soul. This is what your soul shares. This awesomeness is what comes from your soul. You literally have the capacity to do things on your own. Like sometimes I would take somebody up really high, but you're actually just, you help give me the boost I need. Now I just want to take myself up high. Thanks. That's kind of where you're at. You're like, I want to go higher now. You're even in a green type of dress, and it's really vibrant, pretty color green. And it's weird because you're wearing like black sort of pantyhose underneath it and a black like long sleeve shirt. You have black hair, like Amelie, the movie Amelie. She's this, like, cool black cut hair, sort of pale skin. It's just something cool, really cool about it. His style and everything. That's what you look like, kind of look like in this image. And you're the one just going up higher. You're the one going up higher on your own through choice. It's amazing to watch you in action. Okay. There's something really special, but everything is sort of like time stopped. Because you're trying to go up, but now it just stalled. but it's like time stopped. So we haven't actually moved to the next moment of now or something. Everything's just stopped. Everything, the clock literally stopped ticking. Nothing is in motion. Everything stopped. Even the universes are not spinning at all, period. Everything stopped. I'm inspired to alter what is a grandfather clock, to alter the time on it. I'm actually spinning the dial and altering the time, and the cuckoo clocks are going backward. It's really strange. But as we go back in time, you have not changed in elevation. You have not, and the universes have not altered their expressions. Everything is still stalled out. The only thing that changes is we're going back in time. That is just through the act of moving the clock. But somehow there's a sensation of going back in time, although nothing is actually ever goes back in time. It's just now, like so many now moments, you know what I mean? We're altering something. This is a big deal. I'm literally shown what is so many lifetimes so fast. It's just a stream of color. And feelings and sounds of speaking, but just like it's so fast. And as we go through all of this, somehow we're healing all of this at the same time through choosing to it's like I'm touching with the hands everything, all at one time. I'm not just touching one lifetime, I'm touching hundreds of lifetimes with my hands. I can touch everything all at the same time. I can touch the whole universe. That wisdom is coming into play right now. It's crazy because I don't know how I'm able to do this because it's you. I would love to do this with every single person, so I'm going to try doing this from now on. But there's something, this would never have come unless I was able to do this work for you. So I'm inspired now to see them as pages in a book, and we're going through the book one page at a time, and the pages are really cool, like even pop-outs and stuff like that. There's something dark here about the hand that's turning the page, though. Even just stamping things so angrily, like bad grades or something, like something. It's like, stop hurting the book, stop terrorizing this special wisdom, this sacred information. This is a special book, stop it. You know, it just so angrily stamping and just hating whatever this is, and it's bothering me. So I'm taking the stamp out of her hand, and just it doesn't belong here. I'm pushing her chair, rolling her chair away from the book, which is on a desk now. It's just, she hates my guts. Whatever this is another reflection of the pain that inspires you not to have the balance. And so it's just lashing out at me right now. It hates me. It could take a knife and stab me. It wants me to die. It's pretty normal. This energy, that's what its birthright. It's what its understanding. That's what its gift is. That's what it chooses to be. So I'm fine with it sharing itself with me. I already understand its expression. So I just wanted to allow itself to release itself. Nothing's going to harm me here. So I'm just going to allow it to release itself. It's not hurting me. It's just sharing its identity with me. How many times have we gotten so frustrated in life and just in our minds are just, say something we would never do. Like, I just want to punch that person in the face. You know what I mean? It's like the reality is probably won't punch the person in the face, but somehow I feel better saying that. But really it's something odd because it doesn't actually heal us. It's just our way of dealing with what we don't have control over, And that's what this energy is really acting like. It hates because it doesn't know how to, it doesn't have any other means of expression other than this. This is all it understands how to find relief, is this. And so I'm helping it to... I'm going to help it here. I'm showing how beautiful this book is. I'm glowing the pages, so the pages are glowing. I'm levitating the book. And as I bring the book closer, again, it wants to lash out, but I'm creating a barrier where it cannot harm the book. I'm helping it to comprehend itself through other means. I mean, it's freaking out. I'm going to go inside of it and see what we can do here. I mean, it's literally a face that is ripping its own skin off. That's what I'm seeing right now. I mean, it literally could gouge its own eyeballs out. That's how bad this is. This is quite, it's purely in the emotions. I'm looking for any entities in conjunction with this, anything. I'm asking my spirit guides, are there any demons or anything related to this? Or is it just this? There's so... Now I can see something else here. Even a snake, but a not nice snake. A snake that would bite. Quite an angry one. A snake that has the poison to kill. The snake that wants to kill. Snake even has a shroud on it. Has arms and legs, but still quite snake-like, and has this noise that it makes. It's purely angry, purely evil, purely everything. But it is still a reflection of the infinite mirror that helps us learn. So I need to focus here. It has an inspiration. As I approach it, I can feel anger in my own body, inspiring me to behave in ways that aren't myself. So it has an energy that is very manipulative, inspiring us to instantly react in ways that aren't ourselves. He's really harmful. I need to come up with a solution here to this. I need to just give me a minute. I'm putting him into a barrier of light instantly. I'm just instantly going to town on this right now. There's somebody else here too, but I can't see him apart from the snake guy first. How do you alter the behavior of this vibration? What do you do when you get so angry you can't balance? You actually say goose fraba, like in the movie, and you breathe and you calm down. And then you help it know that its importance is pop. It has no importance. It is a balloon, and we just went boop. And you know what? It's not how I want to feel in my life. That's not what I want in my life. Thank you for sharing your expression with me, but I get it now. I see you now, and I'm okay not with you in my life anymore. So you say these things, and so I'm saying that to him right now and helping him. I'm going to really purify his energy field. I'm sharing pure sacred water on him. I'm using sacred language. I'm using Reiki. I'm sharing the image that your grandma Angel, I like calling her grandma Angel. There's the image of the sort of sacredness of a bonded relationship. Something really special about that image. And the color is so dazzling. And I'm really sharing that purity, sacredness, the energy with him. And to help him find it. I mean, this guy's bad. I mean, he's like... makes a noise, and it's kind of like a rattlesnake, but it's not. It's almost like a drumming sound too. He's quite bad. I'm just journeying into him now. He's full of insects. He's so full of the terror and the nightmare. I'm helping every insect within his expression feel the love of all. And now their literally hearts are stopping and they're falling asleep or dying or something. They're just dropping. They're all inside of him. I'm helping him to remember what love feels like. It's really welcoming for him to feel this because he's been so contaminated with this energy. He's totally does not have any capacity to feel love at all. Because he can't allow it to come in. Because when we get angry, what do we not feel? Love, period. So my spirit guides are asking if he's evil or if he's angry. I'm saying, you know what? He's angry. He's not evil. He actually is not evil. His expression is just this one vibration is so pure in its vein of just complete anger. And it's transformative. He can transform. So, he has a consciousness. He is a demon. But he really is welcoming this energy, really welcoming it. It's a bit of a struggle because he's not used to it, and he knows now it is changing him from what he's always known. So he's reacting. They do this. Just like human beings, when you start a recovery program, everything's great and hunky-dory until you're like, oh my god, everything I've ever known is changing. I don't know how to tolerate whatever this new thing is. I know this is good for me. I'm freaking out. I just want to go back to the way it was. They start doing this stuff too. That's why it's like, are they evil spirits or are they ego spirits? Like, they're part of ego. But they're also just... They're a consciousness, like a soul, too. So, totally attached to what is our vulnerabilities, our ego's vulnerabilities. He's loving, he's starting to... It takes time to do this, so... I'm just still focusing on him. I'm bringing in some, I'm asking Archangel Michael to please come and help with this transformation gift. In order to help you to release, they're showing me what is a cord of energy is now being cut. Archangel Michael is doing this work for you. So that way you don't feel his vein as he's transforming right now. I know we're getting short on time, so I want to make sure this work is done. And I got to go back. I just want to check everything that's been done so far. This is a lot of work done for you. This is going to really help you in your life, on your pathway. This is a really beautiful gift that your mother is sharing with you. And it's right. It was like it was known in the universe that this would happen and that your soul would be on a very special pathway and that it would need a mother that would be able to provide gifts of this kind in order for you to align with who and what you are meant to be in this life, because you're meant to do some very special things, spiritual things, to help others. But right now it's really trying to comprehend who and what you are, which is, it's a journey, right? You're only 15. You got plenty of time to figure this stuff out. Just one day at a time, and find the things that make you smile and focus on those things. Fill your heart and your breath with love. When you inhale, just inhale love, right? Inhale the things that just bring out the best in you, and fill the spaces with it. Just fill your whole body with it. Crystal energy would be really good for you. And then walking in nature, also very good for you. I mean, it's good for all of us, but you would really resonate with this. There's a reason why I'm inspired to share this with you. I'm really supposed to allow that image of him to be a part of the light now with Archangel Michael. He's transforming still in the light. I'm supposed to say that he is transformed in the light. Because our comprehension of time, we think we wait for things to happen while simultaneously they've already happened. Because there's no such thing as time. So he already has transformed in the light. That's what my spirit guides tell me. I have to say that. So I'm asking this. I'm just asking my spirit guides to show me what we can do to wrap this up so we can finalize this work. They're showing me what is a carpet. A carpet that has had many patterns of different expressions on it. And we're literally taking it and we're wrapping it up very tightly. All of this stuff. We're taking a massive rug into a white flame of spiritual fire, and we're just putting the rug in the white flame. Apparently, this is where it needs to happen. This is really cool. Like, what do you do with the old? You just put it in the burn pile, you know? But this is a spiritual rug of your expression, your identity, your soul's journey. And we're purifying the entire thing in the spiritual white flame. It's like really funky and different. So we're doing that for you. And we're helping this white flame to purify all of the vibrations that have challenged you. To help them feel harmonized and in part of the light, part of the healing, part of the love of all, right? And then you're allowing that to enter into your heart portal. And I'm actually visualizing you really this is the experience. I put this in the flame and I experience you are part of the flame that is now, as this sort of peace is sort of evaporating all of what is no longer needed. Somehow it's simultaneously so healing in there that you too are part of the flame, healing and inhaling this healing energy into your heart and everything. It's beautiful. The whole thing is very beautiful. The whole thing is very extraordinary and very purifying, very cleansing for me. I'm inspired to get the mattress, which is now showcasing that it is a whole. It is whole. That is the language that it is whole. And it's a normal mattress, has nothing hanging out of it. It is in pristine condition in an awesome like hotel room at like the top of the Wynn in Las Vegas or some like funky hotel room that's surreal. And it feels like you could sleep at night and have the most amazing dreams, and you cannot wait to wake up in the morning to seize the day and all the new exciting things, and it's just so inspiring. It's great. There's even people coming in to put on the really gorgeous sheets that are red. But these are like a maroon, like a deeper red that's almost purple. And it's just really dressing it all up. But what we're seeing while this is happening is also a sensation of time and sort of a facade of you getting in and out of bed and feeling so rested, so peaceful, stretching, yawning, breathing in the air, smiling, feeling the sunlight entering into the room, into your bed, into your life, feeling so close to the sky, so close to the sun, feeling so happy, feeling so rejuvenated and alive, and just feeling great and amazing. It just feels so good in here. Everything that has been is just a part of that past. I'm exploring these other images too. While this sort of rug of your expression is purifying in the light, it's totally purified. But I'm just seeing what else is going on here. There's smiles from this old woman. I don't know what she's gonna be up to next. I don't know what she's up to. But there's something that the only thing that is necessary is smile now. And that is all she's doing is smiling. And then I'm just focused on her smiling. I'm trying to venture into Matthew, but it is not coming yet. I'm just supposed to see her smile. This is all that's happening. It's like you just want to see your grandma smile. And it feels good. It's like the feeling of a lot of good memories even. I just really feel that. Feel her embracing you. through all these lovely memories that you've shared together. I mean, it's really revitalizing me to feel this. And it has a lavender sort of color to it. Like lilacs as well smells so good. And lavender smells so good. So natural. It's so fresh. It's such a great fragrance, you know? Flowers of that kind just so great. It's so fragrant. But they're so pure and natural and healing just through their expression alone. She's wearing like a lavender dress. And we're just staying in the moment right now together. It's like you want a hug, and sometimes you just don't want it to stop, you know? And so you don't. You just hug for a while. And what's wrong with a 10-minute hug? What's wrong with an hour-long hug? Sometimes you need a really long hug. And that's it. You just stay in a hug, and it's a great feeling. And it feels really lovely. And I'm just sharing this energy with your spiritual atmosphere. Because you need it. It helps you to release so much more of that other energy that just doesn't matter. Grandma's hug or freaky snake dude. Pop that bubble. More grandma hugs. Let's get those in here. Something great about that. I love it. They're really starting to show the spiral again. A reflection of time and just a creation, and where are you gonna go next? You enter the spiral and then it takes you to the next thing. You close your eyes and you open them, and then what do you see? What is it that you see? Don't actually think of something like I'm going to stars or I'm gonna go somewhere. Just enter into a visualization of a white spiral. Just go into it. And then close your eyes, and then what is the first picture that comes to you? And then see what it does when you interact with it. Like if it's a dog, just go pet it and see what it does. Just give it a give it a bowl of water and see if it'll drink it. Just bring a cat onto the scene and see if it likes cats. Like just interact with the first thing that comes. And see what happens. And now you're starting to learn how to interact with the spirit realm, with your consciousness. One tiny little speck on a very infinite mirror. And this is your version of the infinite mirror. I can't be your version of an infinite mirror. Only you can be your version. I need you to be your version. So we need you. We need every single person. Because none of us can be each other's infinite mirrors. Only that part can be its own infinite mirror. So I'm supposed to showcase this. Let's see if there's anything else. They're showing how all of these pictures, all of these places, all of this wisdom is all going into the spiral of the infinite mirror and the reflection of all and part of everything as who and what you have been up to this point. And now we are in the now. You look out and we take the time to just breathe in and know we are alive and in balance and connected with the oneness. And we allow it to awaken us and be our wisdom and our voice to help us go forward on our journey. So that is all for today. All right, Alyssa, I'll be curious to see how you're doing as the days pass. This has been a really refreshing, really amazing, special experience. I think a lot of us are going to learn a lot from your video too. And I can't wait to see, how it inspires you to feel, better as the days progress. Okay, so that's my video. And then for all of you in the audience, if you're interested in experiencing your own soul rebirth journey, please visit my website. It's abbynormalswisdomquest.com. Thank you for watching.